What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? I promised to do a quick go live. Just got home, been running around. Finally got this thing out of the box, and I'll just give you guys a quick look. It's my new Hunsaker. That's the Vortex that goes on top. That's the Hunsaker drum. It's got one of the grates there. I've got the other grate over there on top, so I actually ordered an extra grate for it. Hey Cody, what's up, man? I did have the logo plate put on, and my good buddy Jeff Allen is having a Backyard Barbecue Hero logo made for that logo plate. So when that comes in, that's going to be cool. But this thing is really cool, man. It's I'm really excited to get to start playing with it. It does have the safety catch in case it's windy, so you don't hit yourself in the head. But let me close this down. Show you. It seals really well. This thing was packaged so nice, man. Very, very cool. Cool. Good to see you, Johnny. Johnny Scoville's here. Good to see you. Here's your charcoal basket, and it's all one piece. You would put your charcoal in here. Your lighter cubes will go down here. You'd get that fired up, and then your Vortex plate goes on, just like that. The heat gets distributed in a circular motion, from what I understand, and then this whole thing goes down into the basket, goes down into the smoker, I should say. And I don't know if I could do this with one hand, but it does fit down in there. So I'm interested to learn this, and this is your air inlet adjustment. Start, run, off. You can move that real easy with your feet. This thing rolls around really, really well. Really, really nice casters. This thing is made really nice. I'm really happy. So there it is, Mr. Mark Hunsaker. Thank you for a quality product. I'm excited to get going with it. Good to see you, Chaz. How you doing, man? So I got this thing yesterday. It came, and I worked late last night and then had some running around to do. So I just now got it out of the package. So I'm gonna do a good burn on it. I'm gonna put some spray it down with some vegetable oil, some Pam inside. Do a nice burn on it for 2-3 hours. Get this thing going. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to cook anything on it today, but I'm gonna definitely get the burn going on it and see how she works. So the thing is, Steve Gerard, what's up, man? It is really well made. I'm really impressed with it. It's heavy duty. Easy to see why Hunsaker's growing so fast. This Vortex charcoal basket is amazing. Let me see if I can take this this grate out without waking up the neighbors. This is this cylinder here. Pretty much keeps the heat off your inner walls, destroying this this pretty drum here. This is a 55-gallon drum. So this whole thing, you put your charcoal in it, put your charcoal in it, get your lighter cube going in there, and it's heavy, man. You set this down in here, and just like that. You can put up to 5 grates in here. You see these heavy-duty catches that are made here that hold your grates. It comes with 1 grate. I got 1 extra grate. I will probably order another grate or so. And 3 different levels of cooking. Mike Solspa has one, and I've been on the phone with him talking and learning everything I can from him. Jeff Allen has one. I've been chatting with him, and of course I've been chatting with Mark Hunsaker. So nice to have people that know stuff when you get new stuff like this, so I can quickly learn it, hopefully. But it's a nice smoker. So very, very well made. I'm very, very proud to own it. I got the Hunsaker hat also with it, so I'm very proud of that. I'll be wearing that. PJ Leposki, what's up? I'm trying to read without my glasses. He caught me live, showing off the new barrel. Yes, I hope I can put out some good barbecue to make it look good. So I'm very happy. Very. It's something I wanted for a long time, and my wife finally let me have it. So I'm very happy. I'm excited to learn it. I know that's what all these comp guys, these pros are going to, these drums. So it's always fun to learn something new, you know. Nick Heckert, what's up, man? How you doing? So I had some running around to do this morning and last night, so I haven't really got to get with it, but I'm gonna spray this thing down with some PAM and get the fire going in it. I don't know, Nick. Give me an idea, man. I have no idea what to cook first. I've got tri-tips in the freezer. I've got chicken in the freezer. I will, Cody. I will get it set up, and then I'll come back live and show you. There's Mark Hunsaker. I'm showing off, getting my ugly face off here and showing off your beautiful smoker. So Mark Hunsaker joined us, and man, this thing is pretty. I'm really happy I went with the blue. Very, very happy. And Mark Hunsaker is joining us. He's here with us. So if you guys have questions, feel free to post one on there, and hopefully Mark can answer it if he's not too busy. But yeah, it's a beautiful unit, and it is very well made. It was packaged beautifully, not a scratch on it. They take their time and do things right. You can see that all the way down to the packaging. So Tim Lehman's here. Tim Lehman's supposed to come over and do some cooking with me soon. Hopefully I'll learn the ins and outs of this thing and be producing some beautiful barbecue. So I'm excited. I went and bought some lump charcoal whole turkey. Actually, Nick, my buddy Mike Solspa bought one, and he brought me some turkey the other day that he did in it. And oh my God, it was delicious. I've been tasting all the stuff that he's been cooking, and nothing tastes better than barbecue at 4 o'clock in the morning. So Mike's been a big help with me. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm excited to do some cooking next to him. So Mike Burwell says, "Hey Mark, I still need to pull the trigger, and I live in Columbia." That's awesome. I have a feeling Tim Lehman will be a customer coming up soon, because I know once he sees this, just like me, it's going to catch him. The bug will get him, and he will get one. Mark says, "Hi Rob, always fun to watch the break-in." Absolutely, man. It's fun to do the break-in. And I'm excited. I've been talking with Mike Solspa and Jeff Allen, and I'm so glad I went with that blue. I just love that blue. I think it's beautiful. And like I said, this thing it's very well made. It's something that's going to last for a long time. So, but let's see. David Kaplan's here. Tim's here. Tim's trying to talk his wife into it already, I'm sure. It takes some time. It took me some time to talk my wife into it too. So, man, it sounds like there's a peacock next door or something. Probably a cat. So absolutely, man. It's if you guys have a chance to check this out, it's something else. I've been tasting Mike Solspa's cooking for the last couple of weeks on it, and I have not been able to wait. So I'm gonna get this thing seasoned up and hopefully get some meat on it today, maybe today, if not tomorrow for sure. So it came with a paper with instructions and of how to do the burn in and all that. Good point that was on that paper. It says that you should get used to what your temps adjust. You know what your air inlets do. That's how you control this thing, with air inlets and exhaust. And from what I'm hearing from Mike Solspa and Jeff Allen is very small adjustments. That's from what I've been watching the videos and all that stuff and trying to learn all I can. But from what I see, it's very small adjustments is what Mike told me. Mike Solspa's here. Good to see you. Thank you for all your help this morning and conversation. As always, I like to pick people's brain that know a little more than I do, so I can be a pain in the butt. But that's how we learn, and that's how things work. So, Eddie Tally, how you doing, buddy? Um, what is Nick? What are you telling me, Nick? Oh, I don't know. I gotta put my glasses on. I can't read that. Micro adjustments, very sensitive, which isn't a bad thing. There's Jeff Allen, my partner. Good to see you, Jeff, this morning. Uh, and I'm not sure. I don't want to mispronounce that middle name. And Neil is here. Logo, Logothetis. Uh, very nice to have you with us this morning. And thank you for the conversation. I've chatted with Ann the last couple of days. Ann has a few of these drums, and she's telling me how great they are. Uh, as always, I will be messaging her and asking her questions about these things and answer issues that I have. And Mark Hunsaker is here. Mark Hunsaker says, Jeff and I, or I'm sorry, Mike Solsman and I were talking. I guess the one that I have has the new basket. Is that correct? Because I was asking him about the lighter cube tray, and apparently now it's all one piece, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? That's what Mike and I have figured out. I was thinking there was supposed to be a pan for that, but I guess that's the old style, and I got the new style. So if I'm not mistaken, I think that's pretty cool. Let's see, I'm trying to read this. Mark Hunsaker tells Cody, I had a pastor that used to tell me it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to get permission. That is absolutely correct. We say that all the time at Budweiser about leaving doors open, going into a cooler or going into a store. We just do it, and if they tell us to stop and close the door, we tell them, sorry, I didn't know. So that's a very good statement. I like that. Jeff Allen says, Billy, odds are you won't need to add anything. This is a very efficient drum, and that's what it seems like. It seems very very well built, very tightly sealed. Yes, you have to keep bugging, Cody. That's how it works, man. You have to ask Grandma. Okay, go ahead. Let's see. Jeff says, afternoon, Mark Hunsaker. Glad to see you here. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. This thing it's something I've wanted for a very long time, and I saved up the money to get it because it's something I wanted, and I talked my wife into it, and she could see how bad I wanted it, so she finally gave in and let me have it, and I'm excited to be doing some. Basically, I'm excited to step the game up a little bit. You know, it's always fun to keep trying harder and harder, and always try to progress. You know, I'm very happy I got the extra grate as well. It's amazing to me what I learned from Jeff Allen, how much meat you can cook on this thing. You know, it's not just a one grate like a Weber one grate cooking thing. You've got so much area to cook on this. So, you know, and I'll probably order another grate just because two's not enough, you know. But I want to get to learn it. I want to learn how to adjust the temps in it and my air inlets and all that stuff. So it's very cool. But yeah, it's it's gonna be fun. I don't know what to cook first, so. What was the first thing? I think the first thing Mike cooked was a tri-tips on it. I remember. His turkey was phenomenal. I tasted the other day. His pulled pork was phenomenal. Party's always at my house, Tim. Until my wife throws everybody out. That's how it works. Mark Hunsaker says the new Vortex charcoal basket has the ash plate welded to the back. Yes, that's what Mike and I sent him pictures of it. And apparently his was a little bit different, so very easy to dump the ash, never have to worry about the ash pan slipping out. I like that. So basically I would just take my lighter cubes and light them right on that ash plate. Is that correct, Mark? That's what Mike and I kind of figured out. I've been watching videos of people getting these and starting them up, and ribs as a first cook, I'm thinking the same thing. I was telling my wife that this morning, Jeff, so So very, very cool. Very cool that Mark's here with us this morning. You know, you guys can ask him any questions you have because I'm new to this, so I'm not an expert. I've never been an expert as far as barbecue goes, but I'm a person that's willing to learn, and this is the place to learn. So, um, thank you, Brian Disney. Thank you. Brian says, awesome smoker. I'm very excited. Uh, this is cool, man. There's a lot of people here today. That's cool. Um, I have also talked about, once I get to learn this, I'm going to see if I can get Mark. Mark, if you would join me in, we can set up the Be Live and do, we can do like an interview chat, split screen to where we'd both be on and people can ask you questions. And I'm going to pile up some questions that I have. Let me see, what is this saying? Can you pull the basket out to see? Absolutely. I think this is a cool feature because we do get wind right here. So this locks your lid down and keeps it from falling and hitting you in the face, or anybody else for that matter. The basket's all self-contained pretty much. And it's not light duty, man. It's heavy duty. So there's your whole basket, your Vortex plate. So that slides right out. And this part down here is what we were talking about. Mark and I were talking about. This is the new style. So basically, you put your lighter cubes down here with your charcoal in here. You light your lighter cubes, your Weber cubes, whatever you have, paraffin cubes. You get that going. Basically, you put this plate back on, which moves your heat. So you don't have hot spots and cold spots. This is the brains behind it, as far as from what I'm seeing. And this is all one. Once you get that going, you just lift this whole thing into. Hang on, I gotta do it with two hands. And this goes right down into here, into this chamber with this cone. The cone is a protector for the walls on the inside. It keeps the heat right off the side of that and brings the heat up to where your meat is, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very nice unit, and it's very easy to move around. That's what is amazing to me. This caster in the front, you can move this thing anywhere, you know. My wife likes to come out here and move stuff around and clean out here, so this is going to be easy for her to move around, as opposed to some of the other stuff I have. Most of my stuff's pretty easy to move around, but it's just heavy stuff. So and let me see, I'm trying to keep up with trying to see if I'm missing out on something. You can put the lighter cubes on the ash plate, but I know put a couple of inches or so of charcoal in the basket, light a cube, let it run for a few minutes, add some charcoal, let it go for a few minutes more, let the charcoal smoke clear up. I'm trying to read this without glasses, so a bit, and then add your wood and smoke away. Awesome. And that's from the creator right there. So he knows best more than anybody. And that's the cool thing, you know, about having Mr. Hunsaker on this page is, you know, you can buy a product and have the creator right at your disposal, pretty much. I mean, Mark's answered every question I've ever had, and you know, so no water pan needed, Tim Lehman. No water pan needed. This thing is, I think it's such a tightly sealed unit. You know, it's just, from what I've seen, you don't need a water pan. And charcoal, you know, charcoal cooking a lot of times, like with Weber's and stuff, I've used water pans, and not really, because I don't think it adds a lot of moisture to your cook. I think what it does more than anything is a water pan in a Weber helps maintain that temperature for some reason. I don't know why. Mark says, oh, I did read that on the paper. Mark says, be sure to place a pan under the smoker to catch any drippings Don't want your wife mad at us. I know, and trust me, Mark, I've made her mad with some staining of the concrete. Yes, from my other smokers. So uh, I've learned that I actually have some. I have some plastic banners that I brought from Budweiser that basically I put them under there, and once they get dripped on, I just roll them up and throw them in the trash. So very, very good idea. And because that's the main thing. Once you get something like this, you don't want to make the wife mad. So because that will interfere with your future plans of getting anything. So very good point. Uh, Trying to keep up, man. You guys are just posting away right now. This thing is freaking rad. Absolutely, I love it. A water pan is a heat sink. It helps maintain temp. Yes, I believe that. The drum creates a moist environment inside. Um, Billy Rose says that's what I've heard. Water pan to regulate temps in a Weber. Yes, I don't think it adds any moisture to your meat. I think it just basically helps maintain temps to keep them from fluctuating. Water pans are not needed. This is coming from Mark Hunsaker. The drippings hit the vortex plate, vaporizes, and creates a moist smoking environment. Also adds to the meat flavor profile. I never thought about that. There's a place in Texas I saw that their meat is on this huge grill, and as it drips, the meat drips onto the thing, it creates the smoke and creates the flavor. So are there only certain colors, or can you pick from a color like Monster Green? He's got a variety of colors, Cody. That was one of the biggest and hardest decisions to make. I either wanted the metallic green, or gray, I'm sorry, metallic gray, or this blue, and I'm really happy with the blue because it is really pretty. He's got some really cool colors. I'm trying to keep up. Nick hasn't had breakfast yet. Now I'm starving. I haven't had breakfast either. I just got home. And I'm going to burn this thing for about 3 hours, so I don't know what I'm going to be having today. Henry Ruiz, I don't know. I'm still trying to think. I'm leaning towards ribs right now, like Jeff said. My family loves ribs, and the thing with this is, I'm excited to learn hot and fast. I've been a low and slow cooker forever. My comp ribs take me like 5 to 6 hours, so I'm excited to get the same results with a hot and fast cook. So that's the reason I wanted this, mainly for the hot and fast cook. So just learning, that's the thing. We're just trying to push ourselves and learn a little bit more, you know. But this is something I wanted, and once Jeff got one, and then Mike Solspa got one, I really wanted one, and so I'm very happy to have it. Can't wait to do some stuff. So you spray the barrel with cooking spray before you season it. Yes. A nice little coat of Pam. I'll do the grates also, if is that correct, Mark? I spray the inside down, light coat of Pam cooking spray, whatever, and then I'll do probably a 3/4 basket of lump charcoal with some chunks of wood in there, and probably just let it go, and I'll learn, make some little adjustments on the exhaust and on the inlet just to see what it does. I'm going to hook my Inkbird up to the grate inside just so I can see what the adjustments do. Yes, Tom Forgurnis, you do want to season this. A 2-3 hour cook at like 300 degrees, I'm guessing, if that's correct, Mark Hunsaker, if he's still here. Yeah, he's still here. We use high temp ceramic paints. There are about 17 different colors available. We also add a high temp clear coat on your smokers, make them easier to clean. And you know what? This thing is such a pretty blue that it's going to get wiped down every time it gets done. So the Inkbird, yes, it's a good thermometer. This thing, from what I'm hearing, the let me see. This exhaust one I'm hearing, and it is adjustable with the screwdriver from what I'm seeing. You can calibrate it with the screwdriver. It looks like it needs to be calibrated a little bit. But yeah, it's from what I'm hearing, it's a very, very good thermometer. And they mounted it in the exhaust vent. And that's, from what they say, it's a better place to do it. Yeah, Mike's telling me to shut up and fire that thing up. Here's my other question, Mark. Is it best to put a probe down through the exhaust here? Because I really don't want to mess with that seal. So I've heard a lot of people do that. Jeff Allen says the thermal on that drum is spot on. I'm just trying to read here. Let's see. Mark says, when doing hot and fast, it is important to trim most, if not all, the fat off. Also, trim out the membrane, or in other words, trim stuff you're not going to eat. You'll get much more rub on that meat. That's a good point. Which equals more flavor. Yeah, basically, you don't want a bunch of fat on the meat, because the fat as it melts down is going to cool that meat down and take longer to cook. So that's a good point. Jeff Allen says run it through the exhaust. Thank you, sir. No Bud Light decals on this. No. I am going to put the one that Jeff's making for me. I did have the logo plate put on, and Jeff Allen is actually making a Backyard Barbecue Hero logo for this. So very cool. So it's gonna go great when we do our videos and our YouTube videos, and that's the only sticker that's going to be on there. There's that one right there, and the Backyard Barbecue Heroes magnet. So let's see. I'm trying to read. No Bud Light decals. No, I said that. Ah, sweet. Jeff says the logo is arriving today. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Look at Lou Earthman's here. Good to see you, Lou. This is Lou's just joining us. Lou, this is my new Hunsaker 55-gallon drum smoker from Mr. Mark Hunsaker, who's joining us right now. Very excited for this drum. This thing's hot and fast, man. I've never done hot and fast, but I know all the pros are doing hot and fast for their comps. So Jeff Allen and I are kind of venturing into the competition world, so I'm excited to learn this and see how we do this year. So thank you, sir. Thank you, Mike Peeler. Brian Disney's here. He says hi, Mike. So if you guys don't have any questions for Mr. Hunsaker, I'm gonna get going and spray this thing down and get it fired up, and I will come back once I get it going. Let's see. Mark says you do want to spray any bare metal just like a cast iron skillet. Okay, so my grates and all that are going to get sprayed down. What about the vortex plate? Should I spray that down with some or no? Just curious, Mark. I would imagine that the basket's okay not to spray down, but I'll spray the insides and the lid and the grates. So that's what I'm asking. That's Mike Burwell's asking the same thing. Do I season the vortex? I wouldn't think it would really matter too much, but don't spray the charcoal. No, I will not do that, sir. I only did that one time, and my eyebrows still haven't grown back. Can I show the grates? I can. The grates are right here. See these grates here have these pegs that lock in, and here's the other one. These are heavy duty grates. Let me show you. I need to open this thing back up. I'm trying to do this with one hand, so it's kind of tricky, but it locks in very easily. You see how these locks, you can set it at 5 different levels, or you can have five grates in there is what I'm imagining. And these are heavy duty grates, man. These are not flimsy grates. So very, very cool. Yeah, they are nice. Fat will not render much doing hot and fast. Too much fat will cause too much oily smoke. Okay, that's a good point too. So basically, when you're doing the hot and fast on this, you want to trim all your fat, as much fat as you can off, because it will hinder the progress of your meat, I would imagine. So pretty cool, man. I'm really excited. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna get this thing started, and I will come back in a little bit once everything's going and show you the process of that. So you guys take care. Mark Hunsaker, thank you so much. Spraying anything bare metal, including the Vortex basket and the Vortex plate. Okay, very good to know. Yeah, basically I guess it would help things from sticking to your plate and getting all crusty. I'm gonna fire it up, Mike, right now. Let me get going. I'll get this thing set up and then I'll come back in a little bit. Thanks guys for joining me. Thank you, Mr. Hunsaker, for such a quality product, and I'm really excited. Thank you, sir. And the shipping was amazing on that thing. There was not a scratch on this thing, so I would be heartbroken if there was a scratch or anything on it. But they take great pride in what they do. It's obvious in the product that they put out. So you guys take care, and I'll talk to you in just a bit. Hello, how's everybody doing today? Happy Sunday. Just wanted to go live and show you I'm doing the first cook on my Hunsaker barrel smoker. I'll show you. It's I got 2 racks of ribs and a tri-tip on, and it's staying right at 270. My air inlet's open that much. I'm just a little bit behind the run setting. These ribs have been on for about 45 minutes. Tony Mancuso's here. Mike Peeler's here. Lisa Simpson's here. Brian Shaddy's here. Good to see you guys. I'm learning this new Hunsaker smoker. It's going well so far. I'm kind of, my buddy Jeff Allen, who also has a Hunsaker, who sold me on this Hunsaker pretty much. He's also doing a couple racks of ribs, so I've been chatting back and forth with him. I'm just running the one grate. There's the other grate that I have out. But I'll give you a quick peek. I don't like to lift this, but I got about 15 minutes, and I'm gonna actually wrap these ribs. But quick look. That's what we got going on. I got a tri-tip on there just to see how that goes. But so it smells really good. It looks good. So and man, like I said, once you get your settings adjusted, it stays right there. So I'm really happy with the way it performs. I'm actually running on a combination of lump charcoal and some briquettes with cherry wood flavoring in them. Cherry wood chunks. Actually have cherry wood chunks in there too. So I like the way cherry gives you the color, that mahogany red color. So it's not smoking as much as it was before, but it's, like I said, once I open that thing, that's the first time I've opened it, and that thing recovers so quick. I'm just really impressed with this smoker. This thing it's crazy. So just wanted to check in. I'll let you guys know. Probably gonna let these ribs go. Maybe I'm gonna check the color on them in about 15 minutes again, and once I get that color, then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap them. And I'm gonna wrap them in probably in a combination of some squeezed butter, some Parquet, probably some honey, some brown sugar. Running this thing hot and fast is new for me, so I really want to be careful with the sugar because I don't want to burn it, because sugar tends to get bitter when it burns. So we're gonna see how it goes. Maybe just a little bit of brown sugar and some butter and some honey. Then I'm gonna put it on maybe 30 minutes or so, and see how it goes. But smelling good, looking good, so we'll see. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. There's my buddy Jeff. I think Jeff just joined us. So Jeff and I have been chatting back and forth. Louise and Leo Rubio are here. Good to see you guys. Leo gets to taste my he gets to taste some of my successes and some of my failures on Sunday or Monday morning when I come in. So I'll let him be the judge of these. Usually have, hopefully, well, I guess if I don't have any left, then I'll, see how that goes. But ribs usually tend to go pretty quick here. There's Brian Shaddy. Brian says, I'm using lump charcoal and cherry wood as well. Cherry wood's awesome for ribs. The color it gives it is amazing. So I've learned that from some of the pros on this page. But I'm really happy with this thing, the way it's performed. There's Ed Salazar, my ex-teammate and buddy. Hope you're doing well. He's up there freezing all that snow I saw in his backyard. But it's kind of cloudy here today, but got some rain this morning. It's not too bad. Mike says he cooks 275 all the time and doesn't have a problem. I've never done this hot and fast. That's the reason I got this smoker, was to learn hot and fast, for the competition and all that. So I'm also making some charro beans. So we'll see how that, I got those going in the house. Lil's making Brussels sprouts with sweet and spicy bacon and gorgonzola cheese. So that's what's going on here. It's a nice day. It's windy, kind of cool here, but it's not. At least it's not raining. I've been kind of clearing my patio off, and Lil told me if I got the smoker, I had to buy a storage thing to put some of my other smokers in. So I've been moving some of those out. My big 26 will go in the storage container. It's on the side of the house. So the big table, the Weber table, is going to stay. But that's what we got going here. Let me see. I'll flip this around. The Green Mountain Grill is going to stay where it's at. This guy's probably going to stay in the garage. But man, I'm just really, really happy with this thing, and getting a handle on the adjustments and your airflow and stuff is, I think I'm getting it down. So it's like I said, it recovers very quickly. We're running right back up to 275 right now. So and it's, I don't, like I said, I don't want to open it too much, and I think I started with 3/4 of a basket of charcoal in it, and it's been doing well. So we're going to see how that goes. I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably wrap it and then let it go for 30 or 40 minutes and then check the tenderness of it. But from what I've been reading and what I've been seeing, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you can knock out some awesome ribs, some competition style ribs. So just a quick check-in. Just wanted you guys to see how it's going, and if it fails, it fails, but that's how we learn. So very cool. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you post what you guys are doing, and jump on the page and help some people out. I just want to thank everybody for, the post that I put on this morning about being respectful and courteous. We really don't have any problems. So I want to thank you guys for that, and making the new people feel welcome, and show them that they can ask any questions, and that's what we're here for. So you guys have a great weekend. I'll check in with you soon. Take care.